I got started in improv, I guess because I wanted to have more confidence and to be a bit more extroverted, I guess, because I was really shy, really introverted as well, and my confidence was quite low, my self-esteem was quite low. So there was this company, this business that had a lucky dip prize because it's just grand opening and lucky dip prize for courses. And I thought, hey, who doesn't like free stuff, right? Who doesn't like winning free stuff? So I put my name forward, and they drew the lucky dip, right? the lucky draw, and I didn't win. My name was not drawn out as the first prize winner, but the first person couldn't do it, so they redrew it, and hence then my name got brought in, got pulled out of the hat. So from there, I actually went to the acting class. And the person that was teaching the acting class was Lynn Pierce. And Lynn, how does I put it? Lynn probably brought the idea or the concepts of improvisation down from North America about 30 odd years ago. And so I was doing the course, and she said, you seem to have a knack for it, so why not give it a go? Why not give improvisation a go? I said, I don't know. So I was umming and ahhing, and eventually said, okay, sure, why not, right? The whole basic premise of improvisation is yes and. So you take an offer, and you build up on it. So I thought, you know what, I'll rely on that yes and. I'll accept the offer, and I'll do more classes to it and see what happens. So from then on, I did a couple more courses, and graduation performance was performing at a show called Scared Scriptless, which is running for a long time until about 3 years ago, which they finished up. So for my graduation performance, I was so nervous. I didn't sleep a wink the night before. So it was about 30-something hours before I performed. But I still loved it. Still enjoyed it. I still remember most of the details then when I was performing. And then from there, I did join Scared Scriptless and was performing probably about on and off about once a week, every week. And eventually I got more involved in the show, such that I was helping produce, direct, cast, marketing, publicity, the whole shebang, right? And while I was casting director, one of the people said, I can't make it because I've got puppetry classes. I said, oh wow. And going back to the whole yes and premise, I said, you know what, I'm going to go yes and I'm going to try and do those puppetry classes too. So I did them, and the person teaching the puppetry class was Gary Friedman, and he himself was trained as well by Jim Henson. Right? How cool is that? And so I did the course with Gary, and the course was quite enlightening because I realized that with puppetry, you're relying a lot more on intonation, pacing, as well with the words. But not only that, you don't have the facial structure to rely on when you're interacting. You have to rely more on body gestures. Like, for example, if you was to query something, as a puppet, you tilt the head slightly, right? So anyway, that was quite enjoyable, and I really enjoyed it as well doing puppetry. And we even did a puppetry improv thing as well, and it's recorded. It was recorded and put on YouTube. So we searched for it. It's on YouTube as well. And then I went back to improv. I was still doing improv, but went back more seriously into improv and got a show in the Sydney Comedy Festival in 2011. It was called I Heart Impromance. Straight from the heart and off the cuff. That was the tagline. And did pretty well. Over 3 nights was about an 80% attendance rate, which is pretty good for someone who people didn't know about. And it was a new concept. So nobody knew about the new concept as well. And it's not games. It's actually a narrative form. And so it's not theatre sports per se. It's not meant to be gaggy. Right, which is a whole new thing, a whole other thing that it's not meant to be gagging in the first place, but it's not short snippets, essentially. It's more narrative based improv.